New year, new games. And while there is a lot of upcoming projects to look forward to in the tactics genre, this video is going to focus on my personal top 5 upcoming games for 2025, all the information that we have so far, and why you should keep an eye on them too. Let me know in the comments what games you're looking forward to, and let's dive in. Over 250,000 Steam wishlists make MENACE one of the most anticipated upcoming turn-based tactics games, and for good reason. A sci-fi strategy title from the developers of Battle Brothers with vehicle, mech, and squad combat, as well as legs. We got some good and bad news regarding MENACE at the PC Gamer Show, with a new trailer but a delayed release window of Q3 2025. It is confirmed to be releasing in early access also, and while these things are a little disappointing, the devs have earned a lot of trust and goodwill, and this game is shooting for a massive scale. It's going to take some time. In MENACE, your battle cruiser is cut off from backup, leaving you in a hostile system surrounded by gangs, mercenaries, and an even bigger threat on the horizon. You will have to turn to local black markets and factions to build up your arsenal and crew, with different factions having different benefits. Missions and operations will be run all across the system, with distress calls coming in that you can choose to answer or ignore, and battles spanning across entire planets with vehicles, infantry squads, walkers, and orbital support like airstrikes that you'll be able to call in. Tell me that doesn't sound awesome. Unfortunately, we won't have character creation, as there will be set squad leaders with relationships, stories, and ties to drive the narrative. These leaders will be randomly pulled every playthrough from a pool, as well as procedurally generated missions and operations, meaning, in theory, limitless replayability. Other subsystems have been hinted at, like morale, inventory and ammo management, and perks for squad leaders that stay alive and get promoted. I personally love the depth and darker feel of what we've seen so far, and the mystery of the alien menace that hasn't really been shown too much yet. There is more good news though. The devs will be dropping regular blogs and updates leading up to release, so we should start getting news regularly. Although the Steam page hasn't been updated, Expedition 33 has announced a launch window of spring 2025, and this one looks crazy. The voice actor cast alone has names from Lord of the Rings, Final Fantasy XVI, Cyberpunk, and Good Omens. Pair that with insane graphics, an innovative battle system, and a console release too, and I'm interested. The story here is that every year an entity called the Paintress wakes and paints a cursed number, and everyone who is the age of that number fades away. Each year that number gets lower and lower, and soon she will be waking up to paint the number 33, unless you and your expedition stop her for good. Clair Obscur's world is classical French inspired, with combat taking traditional turn-based tactics and injecting JRPG and real-time mechanics into it. This means you can dodge, parry, and chain combos in real time to master the rhythms of attack, and there's even a free aim system to target weak points. Combat looks fast, smooth, and engaging, and I'm really interested to see how this hybrid approach to it plays out. Your expedition will travel across dimensions, legendary landscapes, and battlefields to uncover past expeditions, secrets, and stop the Paintress from painting death ever again. It definitely feels like the graphic style is driving a big chunk of the hype here, but honestly, the entire game sounds like a unique take on tactical RPGs, and I cannot wait to see it. Moving back to a more conventional turn-based tactics game, Mars Tactics seems to be combining the best of XCOM past and present while adding its own features. Those are just my observations, not the developers' words. When a labor strike on Mars gets violent, you must choose to side with the workers or the corporations to take control of the Red Planet. I love that we even have that choice, and each side has its own advantages, mechanics, and gameplay systems. For example, labor can manufacture weapons locally, while capital has to wait on shipments coming from Earth. Supply lines and logistics, troop transport, resources, and base building are all a part of the strategic layer, while guerrilla warfare is waged in the tactical layer across a large-scale map of Mars. There's a lot of systems at work here, and it goes deep. Troops in your squad will have their own inventories, traits, and skills that unlock and level up based on their performance in battle. Prisoners of war can be taken, interrogated, or rescued, in addition to outposts and facilities to boost your forces. Decisions on the strategic layer affect the circumstances of the tactical battles by way of things like artillery support and reinforcements that are secured, and Mars Tactics even features completely destructible terrain and environments, opening up all kinds of strategic possibilities. The developer has also said he's building it with mod support in mind and is hoping to have it on launch. I don't really know what else we could ask for. Mars Tactics is highly ambitious with a very passionate developer and some great music choices so far, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Zodiac Legion has been in development for quite some time, but is finally set to release into early access in Q2 2025. In this turn-based tactical RPG, you will take commando of and restore an ancient order of knights that draw power from the Zodiac signs, using your champions to defend a world under attack by an evil force. Research new magics and spells, rebuild and upgrade your stronghold, and make diplomatic connections through a dynamic campaign with procedurally generated dungeons and levels to ensure that no two playthroughs will ever be the same. I like the whole dark medieval and magic theme, and the Zodiac aspect is a new twist, but what really has me interested here is the combat. Hex grid movement with spells that can interact and change the terrain, and fully destructible dungeons along with Steam Workshop mod support make Zodiac Legion one to keep an eye on. I will say this is the game that I have the most concerns with on this list. The promo materials haven't been updated in a while, and with the long development cycle, the Steam forums have mostly gone silent. However, the developer has continued to post news and update the demo, so I have hope that this game can come out swinging in 2025. Alright, I have no concrete evidence that this one is coming out in 2025, but given that it's been radio silent since the Skull Festival when we got the announcement trailer, I have to think we're going to see more and get a release date at the 2025 Warhammer Skulls. It just wouldn't make sense to debut a trailer and then wait years to say anything else. This isn't GTA 6. Mechanicus is, however, a fantastic turn-based tactics game pitting the Imperium of Man against a Necron Awakening. The original Mechanicus did this as well, but Mechanicus 2 looks to improve on that in pretty much every way possible. Adding a planetary war and overworld strategic layer is a huge piece that was missing from the first game, as well as cover systems and not one but two campaigns, playing both sides of said war as the Imperium or the Necrons. Armies will battle it out on the planet surface for control of facilities and resources as you take your squad into turn-based tactics battles in the underground tombs. Just going off the screenshots, it looks like the random events and rooms in the tombs will be kept the same as they were in Mechanicus, and the cognition system for action points is returning, at least for the Imperium. Mechanicus 2 has massive potential to be the next great XCOM-like, and if you're interested in a more detailed breakdown, feel free to click through to the video on screen now.